Hi guys. Right here is a three-phase motor, and there are it's outputting three phases. I can happily say. Um, so what I've got here is power. So this house is supplied with two phases. The other phase goes to a flat. I harnessed these two phases. One extension lead going to the greenhouse is powered from one phase, and the power point just there goes to the other phase. So two phases, 400 volts. Safety is a must, absolutely an earth. I've actually created my own little earthing thing here, so I don't have to like tap into any outlet. I can just plug it into the socket and it's automatically earthed. So this earth wire goes straight to the casing, just there. What's happening is I'm getting two phases in. They'll they're both at 230, so I'm getting around 410, 415 volts. It depends what's happening. So there's one. I'm not using any neutrals, or the earth is fine. I'm not using any earths except the casing earth, which is that wire just there, the earth. This is one phase, and the black one is another. The wiring colors, just don't care about that at the moment. That's not too important. This is a switch here. The lamp, there's a on the third leg, which I've created. This is the third leg that's being generated by the motor. Is a 300 watt bulb in series, going straight to earth. So if I turn it on now, that's just one phase in. And when I put on the second phase, it drops down. So that's two phases. Oh fuck, I got the... oh shit. Oh shit, that's nice. Yeah. That was quite weird. I got the motor started, and I kicked off one phase, and the motor seemed to still run. That's funny, but okay. So that's one phase in. That's another phase out. But the motor still seems to run, but I prefer to have two phases. Don't know why it makes that weird ass humming noise. Is it putting strain on the motor? I'm not exactly sure, but I have created myself a third leg. I shall show you that. The bulb goes, of course, but it's not at its full brightness. Where should I tap off? I had a bit of an accident down here. A bulb fell off and it broke. Quite a large, fairly large bulb. I'll just check if the other phase is off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm doing this so I can actually have some three-phase power in this building. I can have my own three-phase power whenever I want by means of an electric motor. So that's all good. That seems to... So when I put the multimeter on, 182 volts, and it drops down to 103 volts on the third phase that is created. So that's just off the third phase. So that's going straight from the third phase to neutral. A lot of this is just due to vibration. The motor's getting quite hot. Not sure why, but I have created three phase. So yes, that is three phase, 104 volts. Not much fluctuation. Anyway, and now I get 100 volts, 99 volts when I drop out one of the phases, and I'll just shut off the whole system. What I should really be doing is having a double pole switch. But yeah, no, it's just too bad. The motor's fine. It's kind of warm. Motor's warmish. It's not too much of a worry, but I'm quite pleased, to be honest, guys. Oh, wow, that's warm. Just maybe the bearings. Anyway, oh, whoops, sorry, I'm getting out of hand here. What I might do now is I'll keep this onto the earth leg, and I'll drop off the load off the third phase, and I'll look at my voltages, and I'll see what happens. Right. I just get a better connection there, guys. Sorry about this. Sorry. Oh man, I need to tighten those down. For the safety people out there, I perfectly understand that this is unsafe, but well, I have to do some shit some days, and I have to improvise. Fuck, these are shit. Oh, sorry, mind my language. I'm a big swearer, but these clips are very shitty. Alright, that clips onto there. Put on my safety goggles. So yeah, I get 146 volts without any sort of load, no load at all. And when I apply a load, it goes down to 100 volts. This motor is about 1 horsepower. Oh fuck, I'll just turn it off. Oh, that's odd. Oh, by the way, oh, that's really weird. Oh well, by the way, when the motor spins the other way, I'll see if I can... Oh, fuck. Here, I get 367 volts. That's awesome. So yeah, I get 367 volts when it spins the other way. But that's not a very good idea, because if I put a single phase load on 368 volts, it's just gonna go boom. Yeah, so that's 368 volts, 367. So yeah, I've created 3-phase. Yeah, that's all I've got to really say to you guys. I haven't got much to say, sorry. I will try my best to, I'll show you guys, okay, I'll show you an example. Okay, so that's spinning the other one, I'm getting 144 volts. That's absolutely wonderful. When I drop off one phase, I get 2, 3, 4. I'll just get this off here, put it on there. Jeez. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my camera works absolutely awful. I'm trying to go with one hand here. Alright, let's take a look at this. So I get 197, oh wow, it's quite a bit, 197 volts on the other set of windings that they're all shorted together. The motor does say that to, for a Y-type situation, have, what does it say here? Have the legs shorted out. And yeah. Our legs shorted out for 400 to 420 volts, but for 230 to 240, have them. Oh, I'll get some better light in here for you guys. But you guys, a lot of you guys would, especially Rodelka. I got my idea off my idea off one of his videos. Because I wanted 3-phase and I wanted to run 3-phase equipment. My next thing is I'm gonna see if I can run a 3-phase motor, a proper 3-phase motor, but the motor was running this direction, so I'd rather have lagging voltage than leading. Well, that sounds incorrect, but just unplug it. Unplug one of the phases. Yeah, so that's the nameplate there. Is that better? So 0.75 kilowatts, Y 4 to 420 volts, blah 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 blah, 1.8 amps, 230 to 240 volt and delta. Have it all like that. Horsepower, 1 horsepower. Yeah. I don't really care how many amps it draws, to be honest. But that's what's happening today. So, actually I want to try something. Oh, jeez. That went up, it spiked a bit. So if I can, 1, 3, 4. Yeah. 197 volts, but it's running the other way. Flippin' heck. Yeah, so I'll prove to you that this is 2 phases input. I'll just take this lead off the earth. Take that off. Got the other phase dropped out, so do I. Awesome. No phases input. I need to set up more multimeters on this circuit, because I only take a look if the switch is up to see if I've got if the phases are off. So yeah, these phases are not the wrong way round. I don't really want to put them the wrong way round, but that's where the blue phase goes. So this house has got a red and blue phase input. I could swap them around, but I'd rather not. I may, but all of you geniuses that know more than me out there, I only know quite a little bit of this stuff. I know how to make 3-phase, I know all that, I know how not to join the phases together because you get booms and crap like that going on, so I'll see if I can put you guys down somewhere. But I'll see if I can measure a phase between the middle. You guys are going to have to sit somewhere. I don't really want to put you guys in a vice, but I will show you that there is 2 phases here. Maybe you could sit up here. Maybe not. Yes, no. Oh well, I need to get a proper camera, because this ain't working. My channel's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I don't have any proper camera equipment, and it's pissing me off. You guys may have to go on the Vice for now. Off. Yeah, it's off. Oh shit! I've got a freaking floating neutral here. Can't have floating neutrals. I should really put some tape or crap over this to make it a bit safer. But yeah, this is quite unsafe. I can say that happily. I'm not. I know safety should be first, and I do agree with that for you guys. But I'm very excited. That's not really a proper answer, but who cares? I'm going to show you guys that this is not fake, and the phone doesn't fit in the vise. I don't do, as photonic induction many other people say, I don't do fake on this channel, and Rux Electric does not do fake either. So I think fake videos are stupid. I don't like them. What I'll do, actually, I'll just put the clips back on, but just to summarize what I've done here is I have created 3 phases, 3 individual phases. This is completely different voltages. Or 2 of them are the same, but one is different because that's just as the Americans say, it's called a ghost leg. I'll just sit you guys here. It's called the Americans call it a ghost leg. By making a 3rd phase, because I got this idea off Rodelco, and because I was watching how to run a single phase motor on how to run a 3-phase motor on single phase. This didn't work out with this because I didn't have any capacitors, so as Rodelco would say, hopping or something like that. It wasn't the motor was stalling, something like it wasn't working properly though. So I will show you this is 2 phases input. Black would go here. Ah, jeez. These clips are absolutely useless. Sorry guys, but you know, I'm getting really angry. Right. Oh, flippin' heck. Don't be a dick. Gotta have an early night tonight too. That's beyond a point. Right, guys. This is 1 phase. And here's the other one. Holy moly. 1 second. Oh, that goes bang. Fucking bastard. 408 volts. Simple. Oh, off. And off. Oh, I get 290 volts. Oh, okay, so between those two, when I put one phase in, I get 190 something volts. Anyway, I showed you, I've got 2 phases input, and I'm getting a 3-phase output, and I'm going to run a motor, but not in this video, because this video is starting to get a bit long, and I know a lot of people don't like long videos. So yes, right, there we go. That's about it for today. Yeah, so I did kind of something a bit silly before. Is what I did is I put a 110 volt bulb, and I made sure the motor was spinning the other way, so I was creating a 300 something volts, and it blew it straight away. So I'm pleased with that. But what I might do, guys, is to actually boost the voltage off the 3rd phase. I've got a 110 to 230 transformer. The output is 110, the input's 230. So if I just reverse that, I'm getting about 100 volts on the 3rd leg. I'll be absolutely fine. And I could run, oh, the transformer's a bit small, but, jeez, I'm stepping on glass. I think it'll be fine if I just put a transformer on the 3rd leg. Would work quite well. Anyway, again, safety note, this is stupidly unsafe. I could make this way better, but I'm in a it's not good to rush, but I wanted to get this online as quickly as possible. I definitely will be making a contraption to make 2 phases. So what I'll be doing is getting 2 extension leads and getting this is really dangerous, so this will be only in my hands, no one else's, is to get 2 extension leads, get them in 1 single phase plug. Phase and neutral, there'd just be the 2 phases, so I can run things off 2 phases, and then I would have fuses. It's like a little board that might be added into the switchboard in a later age. About the switchboard, guys, it's slowly coming together. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but I just don't have the parts yet for it. They're coming. But they will definitely be here, and I've got most of the parts here in New Zealand, but I just need the actual frame and board, and then I will be happy chappy. Right, I need to disconnect this, because apart from this is a switched line. This extension cord is all live with a 2nd phase. Anyway, that's about it for today. Sorry about the waffling. Yep, safety people, I get your concerns, and thank you very much for being concerned about this, but I do know partially what I am doing, and I am confident in what I am doing. I understand it, I have researched, I have done my homework for this, but I'll definitely try and make it up to you guys with, but I'm not one of those types of people who doesn't actually earth things. Like, not earthing thing is stupid. If I was touching this motor, feeling how hot it is, and one of the phases joined on here, ouch. Death. Not nice. Anyway, so put an earth onto the casing. Has to be a pretty this is like 1.5 mil, but it's low resistance to the socket, so it will definitely trip a breaker if I put a phase line onto this, definitely. But there's one more concern, just here. This extension cord goes 20 meters, 34, maybe 30 meters into an outbuilding that's powered from a 2nd phase. That outbuilding doesn't have a switchboard in it. The circuit breaker for that outbuilding is a 10 amp, which it shouldn't be, but it was built in the 1980s, so who gives a crap. Anyway, that's apart from the outbuilding does not have a switchboard inside it. It will have one inside it. The only circuit breaker that's protecting this is upstairs. So I've got to be really careful on the 2nd phase not to short it out, because I don't want to be popping breakers. and this will be, the impedance on this may be quite high. I think it's high. It may be, I'm just trying to understand it, but the impedance for this small extension lead, 1.5 millimeter extension, is probably maybe even 0.75. So you guys understand. So anyway, I'll just talk a little bit more. So when I tried to run this on single phase, I put this is the common bus bar here, negative. This is all disconnected now, so no worries. I put a phase line on here. I put a neutral on here. The motor did work. I'm not going to lie, the motor did work, but it was very slow and it was hopping and my leads were getting warm and it was drawing about 10 amps from single phase with this little 0.75 millimeter flex. Yeah, that got hot. So I did have the earth on that at the time. I'm just saying when the first thing I did to this motor before I powered it up is put an earth on it. It had an earth, but it was on a big 3-phase plug, and I'm not playing around with that shit. I don't have a 3-phase socket. I have a 3-phase socket, but it's not this type of 3-phase socket. Anyway, waffle, as other people say. Yeah, it did work, but Rodelco's one, he had a big capacitor, and I have capacitors, but I don't know if they're good or not, and I don't want to risk blowing anything up. That wouldn't be the nicest if I did. So yeah. Anyway, so that's how you operate a 3-phase motor, or that's how I would operate a 3-phase motor. Yeah, so just be careful. Just be careful, guys. It is electricity here. I'm trying my best to keep myself safe and not break light bulbs, because that was quite a special bulb, but things break. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Sorry for it's 22 minutes long. I know a lot of you probably won't even watch until 22 minutes and probably skip part of the videos. But anyway, that's about it for today. So stay safe, guys, out there. Again, I should acknowledge some new subscribers that I've seen. Thank you very much for that. You shall be very happy. I'm very pleased for this. But anyway, that's about it for today, guys. So until next time, thank you for watching.